What's up, Soul Fam, and everyone out there in the world? This is Nihili Teachings to Detail, and this is going to be a general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars for the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now, with that being said, I hope all of your Scorpios are having a good season. Happy Flight Day once again. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man in the subconscious community. So, the Soul Fam, of course. But in any case, I hope all of y'all are doing well. Had a good first half of y'all season, transitioning into the second half of Scorpio season. So, with that being said, let's talk about what the Sun represents and what it represents being in Scorpio. So the Sun is, of course, our actions, our viewpoints, how we see the world around us, as well as correlates to our wants. And it's going to be in the energies of Scorpio, which is fixed water, being fixated on its own ways of feeling the emotions. And Scorpio was born out of the 8th house of behind closed doors energies, secrets, occult, mysticism, and anything in the dark. Now, keep in mind that the dark doesn't mean electrical lights or day or night. The dark means what you don't know, what you're not consciously aware of, which is the same. Which the same goes for mysticism, which mysticism is just the unknown. So anything that you're in the dark about, anything that you're not consciously aware about, that's Scorpio. So, or the 8th house, mind you, that's 8th house energies. So with that being said, Scorpio, you are these energies. Again, fixed water, being fixated on your own ways of feeling the emotions. And the 8th house energies are behind closed doors energies, occult, secrets, mysticism, and anything in the dark. Now, since you are a Scorpio and it is Scorpio season, since it is your flight day, this is for Scorpio suns, you're going to be seen as the example of what to do or what not to do during this time. And Scorpio moons, you're going to be attracting people that are examples of what to do or what not to do during this time as well. So, with that being said, I'm going to shuffle the Universal Culture Tarot deck a couple more times, then pull 9 cards plus an overall from said Universal Culture Tarot deck, then pull, including the overall, if I didn't always say that, then move on to the Waite deck for clarifications, and then move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. So, let me shuffle this deck one more time and we will begin. Again, I hope all of you are having a good season. Happy flight day. And let's see what you guys got going on for the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. So the overall energy of the reading is the High Priestess, which is Taurus energy. So you could begin with the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or have Taurus in your chart. And if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. But overall, you are listening to intuition and using the knowledge and wisdom that you've gained throughout your life, moving forward through the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now, as you can see here, the moon is behind the woman, which the woman in tarot represents feelings, emotions, and the moon represents intuition. So you're following your intuition, following what you feel is right to do, using the knowledge and wisdom that you gain throughout your life, like I said. But you also need to be aware of secrets, or keep your secrets from others during this time, or keep the right secrets if you are keeping secrets. Now, moving on to your first card for the Universal Culture Tarot deck that you get is the Devil card, which is Capricorn energy. So you begin with the Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, or have Capricorn in your chart. And so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. But overall, there is a sense of fear or indulgence. We need to clarify this to see what's going on. But if you are dealing with fear, understand and understand that you as a spirit are no thing, no shape, no form, just space, creating awareness, aka creating thoughts and feelings of, and in this case, fear is creating and agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings, or at least negative in this perception of reality. And instead of doing that, you should create and agree with higher, or not higher, but positive thoughts and feelings to alleviate this feel. Or you may just be indulging at this time. But given the fact that those other cards in the spread, I feel like this is feel that you're dealing with. So just understand and understand that that's what feel is you as a spirit being nothing, no shape, no form, creating and agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings. Now your second card for the Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Hermit card, which is Virgo energy. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or have Virgo in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Scorpio. But overall, the Hermit is talking about going within, listening to your intuition, similar to the High Priestess, but this is more just solely intuition and what feels right for you to do. Okay, so continue to follow your intuition at this time, and let's move on. Now, with your third card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Four of Cups, which the Four of Cups is talking about discontentment. You may be focusing on what you don't have instead of focusing on what you do have. Very much so, actually, since the Four of Cups is showing up. So instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you do have during this time. Moving forward during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Scorpio, keep your eyes open for any opportunities in the present, and don't focus too much on the past and what's no longer there or what you don't have in your life. Because if it's meant to be in your life, you will have it, and if it's not meant to be in your life, it will go. It was meant to not be in your life anymore. So just keep that in mind with this Four of Cups showing up. Now with your fourth card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Seven of Wands, which the Seven of Wands is talking about you getting influenced by negative thoughts or negative visions, thoughts that are transmitting to negative visions. So instead of paying attention to this, transmute these energies and think of something positive. Think of something worthwhile in your life in the present moment. Don't be scared. Don't be falling this. I feel like this reading is a lot about fear and overcoming fears. So overcome this sense of feeling these visions, because you may be thinking too deep during this time. Mind you, we just went through a new moon in Scorpio, and that was very powerful. But overall, with the Seven of Wands, do your best to not let these negative visions get to you. Create some type of higher perspective to combat it. Alright? So, with that being said, your fifth card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the Five of Wands, which the Five of Wands is talking about minor conflict. You may be dealing with some little, what's the word, like little nuances, little troubles here and there. I don't remember the word, but in any case, nuisances, there we go. That's the word, well, one of the words I was looking for. But in any case, this is minor conflict. Notice as the man is training the dragon is not really fighting the man is training the dragon to breathe fire. So this is minor conflict. So this is something that you can overcome in your life. And we'll clarify that to see what's going on for you during the second half of the Sun, which is the sign of Scorpio. Now your sixth card for Universal Celtic Tarot deck that you get is the King of Wands, which is you taking a leadership role over a vision that you've envisioned for yourself, and you're putting a lot of energy work into this vision. This card is also a reminder and wants you to be aware to not become impatient, or because the King of Wands himself will stop what he's doing if he doesn't see anything grow as fast as he would like them to grow. So if you're not seeing the energy work that you're putting in grow into fruition, give it time. Alright, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't back down, and just remember that you're doing it for yourself and your own passions, for your visions during this second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Now your seventh card for the Universal Celtic Tarot deck they get is the Lover's card, which is Gemini energy. So you can begin with the Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or have Gemini in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. But overall, you are dealing with either a soulmate, a twin flame, or you listening to our higher self. Mind you, not everybody's dealing with a soulmate or twin flame, so just keep that in mind. But you may be dealing with your higher self as well. So, and everybody has a higher self. The higher self is whenever you take yourself out of the circumstances, situation, esoterically, internally speaking, from the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension and look at it as a whole without adding any desires or animalistic natures to it. That's where your higher self is. So, with that being said, continue to follow your higher self if this is it. We'll clarify to see if this is dealing with its soulmate or twin flame as well. Now, with your 8th card from the Universal Character Tarot deck that you get is the 8 of Cups, which the 8 of Cups is talking about you walking away from something emotionally during this time that no longer serves you either temporarily or indefinitely. But I feel like you are walking away from something during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. Just make sure you're walking away from something that's no longer serving you instead of walking away from something that's for the betterment of your well-being and your highest good. Now, your last but not least card from the Universal Character Tarot deck that you get is the King of Cups, which the King of Cups is talking about you being emotionally grounded. And just keep in mind that the King of Cups doesn't get to be the King of Cups without having gone through hardships. So you yourself have gone through hardships in the past and have learned to become emotionally grounded within those experiences, or dealing with those experiences, and helping you being emotionally grounded with present obstacles as well. But the card itself is stating that you are being emotionally grounded during this time. So, with that being said, let's move on to clarifications with the Waite deck, and let's clarify the High Priestess in the overall position. So the High Priestess is clarified by the Knight of Cups. So you're emotionally going after what you want and desire in your life during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Scorpio. While doing so, while you're emotionally going after what you want and desire, you are listening to your intuition while doing so during this time. So keep listening to your intuition. That's a really good thing. Now with the Devil card is clarified by the Ace of Cups, which is a birthing of a new emotion. You may even be dealing with a new relationship at this time, or just something new in a beginning in the emotional realm, but it is bringing feel, or you're indulging into this love that you've given birth to. Either or, you will know what's going on for y'all each individually. But as far as the feel goes, remember that feel is just you as a spirit being no thing, no shape, no form, creating and agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings. So create and agree with positive thoughts and feelings about this love, new start in love. Okay? So, but there is a new start in love. Just don't let the feel get to you, or if you're dealing with indulgence, don't indulge too much. Create that equilibrium. Now with the Hermit card is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, which the Knight of Pentacles is talking about moving slow, methodical, and practical towards what you want and desire in your life during this time. But this is a card about warning you of procrastination. So while you're moving slow and practical, thinking practical is a good thing, but moving too slow and being and procrastinating is not a good thing. So follow your intuition and do what's best for you during this time. Now with that being said, moving on to the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups is clarified by the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is talking about you juggling, or you in a decision-making process, and this from the spot of being in this decision-making process, you are feeling discontent about it. Alright? Do what's best for your higher self and the betterment of your well-being overall, and to deal with these choices and then choose the best choice for you during this time. Now with the Seven of Wands is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, because the Page of Pentacles is talking about you giving birth to a new material goal, work, aspiration, whatever the case may be, business endeavor, something in the material world that you're working on and you're giving birth to. But from this project, and mind you that all pages come with a sense of stewardship, so you are learning about this, but I feel like being in that learning process is bringing you negative visions of like self-doubt, or you not thinking you're good enough, or you not thinking that you have enough information. All you can do is do your best, alright? And learn what you can and implement it and try. Just see what happens. You never know what may happen. In your perspective, you may not have the necessary information, or as much of the information as you want. But in truth, when it comes to the overall picture, you very well could. So don't let these negative visions affect you in any negative way moving forward. Now with the Five of Wands, the Five of Wands is clarified by the Hermit card, which is Virgo energy. So you could be dealing with the Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or have Virgo in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Scorpio. So to overcome these, with the Hermit card clarifying the Five of Wands, to overcome this minor conflict, you need to listen to your intuition at this time. We have 3 intuition cards, or 3 cards that speak about intuition. So this is the time to really be intuitive and get into your intuitive self. Alright? Get out of those, don't let animalistic natures or desires affect you from making moves. Choose what's best for you and the betterment of your well-being and your highest good moving forward by following your intuition to solve this minor conflict. Now with the King of Wands is clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like you are working hard and possibly collaborating with others when it comes to this vision that you've envisioned for yourself and taking leadership role in. You may be having people help you bring this vision into fruition. Whatever the case may be, I do see you working hard during this time. Just do not let impatience or get to you in any way as well. Now with the Lovers card is clarified by the Queen of Cups, which the Queen of Cups is talking about emotionally taking care of yourself, emotionally taking care of what it is that you want and desire to do in your life, as well as giving your cup out to those that you feel deemed worthy of giving your cup to. Because the Queen of Cups herself doesn't just give her cup to just anyone, she only gives her cup to those that she feels deemed worthy of giving her cup to. So be discerning during this time. But with the Queen of Cups clarifying the Lovers card, I feel like this is what your intuition is calling, or your higher self is calling you to do, is to focus on yourself during this time. Now moving on to the Eight of Cups. Okay, sorry about that. So with the Eight of Cups clarifying, or with the Two of Cups clarifying the Eight of Cups, you are dealing with a new relationship or a new energy within an existing relationship, or once again your higher self. Whatever the case may be, you may be walking away from a relationship, or you walking away from something that you emotionally attached to because you're following your higher self and doing what's best for you in the overall perspective of your life. So, whatever the case may be, take it how it resonates. Now with the King of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Cups, which is talking about dreams, illusions, or choices. So, with that being said, with the Seven of Cups talking about dreams, illusions, or choices, and they clarifying the King of Cups, the choices that you are making, you're being emotionally grounded with them. Or whenever it comes to you chasing your dreams or going after your dreams, not chasing them but going after them, you are being emotionally grounded while doing so during this time. So, or you could be dealing with illusions as well, and from these illusions you're being emotionally grounded within yourself as well. So, yeah, you could be dealing with an illusion. Just do your best to create high perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings about said illusion and remain emotionally grounded. Now, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle deck. We pull 3 cards to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. So, your first card from the Mother Moon to you through me is Mutable Moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. So nothing is yet set in stone during this time. Know that any negative visions that you may be getting, that's not the end all be all. So continue to push forward, strive forward, and do what's best for you during this second half of the Sun transition sign of Scorpio. Now, with your second card from Mother Moon to you through me is South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. So don't let your past hold you back during this time. And continue to strive forward once again. And don't let any past experiences or hardships that you've been through in the past affect you in any negative way. Dealing with the present and what you want and desire to do in said present moment. Now with the last card, but definitely not least, from Mother Moon to you through me is full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. So it is time to release this negative outlook, this discontentment, these illusions that you may be being affected by, or these negative visions that you're being affected by as well. Do your best to let go of all of that. And this feel with the devil card, release that as well. Know that feels are just you as a spirit, being no thing, no fake, no form. Create and agree with negative thoughts and feelings, so create and agree with positive thoughts and feelings moving forward during this time. And once again, it's time to release negativity. And with that being said, that'll be all for this general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. I hope this helped. I hope this brought clarity or ages you in any way. Shout out to the whole Soul family. Shout out to Dollar the Pilot Man. Y'all be blessed. Remember that you'll never be less. Y'all take care and peace.